Hey guys, Scott Ferguson here. Things like that. Today on Cooking with Fergy, we are going to be making some onion, bacon, relish for our burgers. If that's something you might want to watch, stay tuned. Okay guys, so what I like to do is get the bacon in first. Get it on the bottom. Put the onions on top. And then they kind of steam and the bacon grease cooking. Good stuff. I'm going to leave it on this little black sheet that it comes on. I know I'm on a cutting board, but it just seems to help when I'm chopping it up. Our bacon. Break that up a little. And you don't want the squares cut too small because it's going to shrink. You know, bacon shrinks. Gets this onion going. I like to make relief cuts on like an X all the way around. And some people just give it one cut, but I think if you give it more than one cut, it gives it an easier chance of coming off. See how that comes off in that section? It's easier to take off that section at a time. There you go there. Come back here, see that nice little section? You're not fighting it. So, just a couple extra cuts. Alright, so now, let's cut up this onion. And I like to leave it in whole rings. Lean in to the knife. Grip it with your fingers. Lean in with the knife. Slice. Get down here to the end. Slice. Alright. So let me just start putting these rings out here. Guys, I'm going to break them out. Technical difficulty. So, but what I was saying is sprinkle the onions in on top of the bacon. Pepper. So the bacon's going to render. And it's going to steam up through the onions. We're going to cook this on medium heat. Put it on medium high just to get it going. This is going to take a couple of hours. And we're going to keep checking on it. And then periodically show you how it's going. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so let's take a look and see what we got. Alright, so the bacon is definitely doing its job. You can hear it, it's bubbling. Going to go around the edges. Make sure that nothing's really binding to the bottom. Touching. You kind of want to keep the bacon between the pan and the onions for, you know, at least the first 45 minutes, I'd say. Alright, so now we're going to turn it down even further. We're going to go to medium low. Maybe high, medium low. So that was about 10 minutes. So ideally now we're going to go about 15 minutes and check it. One of those. Now I want to come in underneath. Lid back on that. Alright, what I'm going to also do is I'm going to roast some garlic. Let's put that timer on again. 15 minutes. It's not 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Alright, so today what we're really doing though is me and my son are doing test burgers and different toppings for us to try with these burgers. So that's kind of what's going on. Put some olive oil down in there. And I'm just going to take this clove of garlic that I sliced and just put it right in there. And we're going to put this on medium heat. Cover it for a while too. Alright guys, we got the bacon and the onions and the garlic. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're at about 11 minutes on the garlic. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get some butter in there. Cloves of garlic, really infused before I stick them in the oven. And aluminum foil. Alright guys, see where we're at 15 minutes, another 15 minutes on the bacon. Oh yeah, you can start to smell the apple wood in the bacon. We're at 40 minutes now. So I'm going to give it a stir. First time we've seen our bacon since we put it in there, really. Things are looking good. Put the oven, lid back on that. Let her set. Let's check on this garlic. Alright. The oil in the pan is it's a nutty brown color. It's not burnt. It could go there real fast though. So what we're gonna do, oh look at that, nice and brown. Okay, wrap that in foil, stick it in the oven. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back. So I didn't have foil in the pan ready, my bad. So we've got our garlic and it's caramelized over. Looks really pretty. Again, you do that in a pan. We're going to get some butter here. We're just going to smear it on there like toast. Put it down. Now we got 2 pieces of foil. Again, the onions and the bacon and the garlic are a slow process. So the 2 layers of foil helps us to not burn things, and it helps the steam factor. But now we're going to stick that in. I got the timer set again for the onions and the bacon at 15 minutes. And we'll check the garlic at the same time. Stay tuned. Look at that. The bacon and the onions are just happy right now. So that's just on its way. Let's take a look at our garlic. Nice. You take and you squeeze the top. If there's nothing there, garlic's starting to, turn into a paste. So now we're just going to wrap this up, turn off the oven, and I'm just going to set this back on the pan with the oven turned off for probably another hour. but we'll check it. I'm not just going to throw it in for an hour. I'm just saying. You know, we'll check it probably in 15 minutes. So we're setting the 30-minute timer. And then for the bacon, we're going to turn it down a little. We're probably at about a third of the heat. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at that garlic. Remember, the oven's been off. It's just been sitting in there on the pan. Alright, so I want you to see this firsthand. Alright. See, it's just squishy. It's lost all of its regular integrity. Okay, now I'm gonna put it like that. Put the bottom down. Give the top a break. I'm gonna wrap it back up. Stick it back in there. So that was 20 more minutes with the oven turned off on the garlic. What the heck? I know I said 30 minutes, but let's check it out. Oh man, when I pulled it off, applewood smoked bacon. Poof, just hit me. Remember, these are for a hamburger topping. Alright, so we are like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that right now, I believe. And the bacon's starting to stiffen up a little bit. I'm going to leave the lid off. Start to cook. Before we were trying to push with the steam inside the pan, or with the lid on, just pushing the onion flavor into the meat. The meat had no choice but to suck it up. And I think we're going to go with a little bit more pepper. So, like I said, we're going to leave the lid off. Turn it up just a little. Alright guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, got an idea. I was going to put serranos on my hamburger anyway, but I'm going to cut up some and put them in the relish. That's what I'm calling it anyway. So we're going to take some of this. Now I'm going to let those go for probably another 20 minutes. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so it's only been like 4 minutes. And this little pan is really conducting the heat a lot different. It's not a bad thing. But what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to switch pans, burners. Yeah, see this one started kicking up a little. That one's starting to settle down a little. So, yeah. Because this one started to caramelize. Which, again, that's what I wanted, but I still want these peppers to cook down. I didn't want it to caramelize quite that fast. But I think I caught it in time, and it started to really push some of the water out. And some of the bacon started getting crunchy on the edges. And And that's what I needed this other pan to start doing. Because we're like an hour and 25 minutes into this process right now. But I think this is really going to set my burger off later. Alright guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, we got 5 more minutes. The color is just getting good. I like to just stir it all the way around and knock it back down. Alright, so the grill's clean. And I'm getting ready to put the burgers on. Stay tuned. Alright guys, it's been 5 more minutes. Give these another stir. Alright, so now they're getting done. The color is starting to get a little darker. It's time to turn these off. Put them both on low. Alright, so now the meat. I've got 2 pounds of meat, 85-15 and 97-3 mixed together. Montreal steak seasoning, minced garlic, about a tablespoon, and that's it. Take the bread knife. I make it into a loaf, and just half. Now I'm going to do thirds on this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull one of these pieces out. Now it looks like a little pork chop. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to smoosh it around like a disc. Okay? And then give it a little squeeze. Turn, squeeze. Alright. Now, put it on this parchment paper and work it some more. Get a little thinner. So let's do that again. Pull one of these out. If you look at it, it kind of even looks like, you know, it's a hunk of meat with the grain of the meat. You know, when you make it into the log and you cut it that way, so it's like we cut it cross grain. So when we do that and we make it round, okay, and give it the patty squeeze. Put it on the parchment paper. Work it thinner. Alright. So then another piece of parchment paper over top. Just kind of turn it sideways. A little tweak in the meat. It's already round. And you just give it a push. So the thing what we're trying not to do is to handle the meat too much. Okay? We want it to be loose. So when you bite into it later, it just falls apart in your mouth. Alright guys, the camera died. Sorry about that. So we're on the grill. We got some serranos on there roasting. We've got our burgers on. And our relish on the inside is just sitting on lukewarm. Stay tuned. Alright guys, let's take a look. Alright, so we're getting blood on the top. Time to flip them. So you see these are kind of falling apart, but that is what I want. Really, it is. I'm going to put some cheese on there, a little bit, and that's going to hold it all together like glue. Alright, I'm going to go get my buns. Okay, so we've got our brioche buns. Lightly buttered, and I stress. Right. Stay tuned. Alright guys. The buns are looking good. Turn them around just for a second. Just for a second. Almost got me. Almost got me. Alright, which 2 burgers are we going to eat? I think it's this one. Right here. This is mozzarella cheddar. Alright. buns off. Put the mozzarella cheddar on there. Now since I'm going to reheat these other burgers, I'm going to pull them off now. So there's still a little left in them, cooking later. Alright, put some pepper. Burger there. Burger there. Close the lid. Alright guys, we're almost there. The bun's inside, the burger's inside. Got the tomato and lettuce ready. Stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get this plated. Let's get this tomato cut up. Alright, what I like to do is I like to just take the middle out. I know it seems like a little extra work, but every bite should be a good bite. Take a minute. I know you lose a bunch of your tomato. I know all that. Knock the seeds out. The seeds are bitter. I'll just cut that right in half. Alright, so there's your tomato. Not slices. That's what I think. Alright, so each one, what we've got here is we've got our Hellman's Light mayonnaise, and our sweet relish. Give that a stir. Give it a taste. Oh, that's good. A little pepper. Alright, sweet, tangy. Alright. A little bit of our sauce on. So the difference between the two burgers is going to be one's hot, one's not. So now lettuce. And our burgers. A couple pieces of tomato. Tomatoes usually try to jump out of the sandwich. I feel if you cut them like this, they grab a hold of each other. Alright, now for the star of the show. I know it's a burger, but the video is about this. Alright, so we're going to take some of this bacon relish, what I'm calling it, onion. Oh man, sorry about that, technical difficulties. Alright, so we got this one that's just onion and bacon, and this one's got serrano peppers. Got a little heat. Let's put a little bit more of this sauce on the buns. Alright, and I always like to put a little lettuce back on top. Just a little. Alright, so there you have it. It's two gorgeous burgers. So everything about this burger has been about the bite. We didn't manhandle the meat, loosely patted it, shredded lettuce, disassembled tomatoes. All of that is for that just immediate melt in your mouth bite. I'm gonna go find my son. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back. I got my son Randall. We're gonna try these burgers. So this one's the one with the serranos. Look at that. Alright. Smokiness of the bacon comes through. Sweetness of the onions. The burger is just falling apart in my mouth. Barely had to chew it, huh? Mm-hmm. I mean, tomatoes, when you cut them up like that, you don't have to bite through them. Man.
That's really good.
We just put mayonnaise and relish, no ketchup, a little bit of heat, not too much.
Not too much.
Alright, so I guess you're just gonna watch us eat half a burger. Man, that was good. I mean, really good. Man. Let's see if this other one tastes any different. You still got room for that? Mm-hmm. Alright, so this is just the onions and the bacon. And it definitely does have a different flavor, not just the heat. Mm-hmm. The bacon is the big note. Mm-hmm. The peppers on the other one, they were kind of the same note. And the onions come through more without the peppers.
I kind of like it better in a way.
I do like it better. What we were originally going to do was just cut up some serranos and lay them on top of the burger. Like that, in wedges. When I decided to mix it in with the relish. So now I'm still going to do that, because that was my intention. I'm going to put a couple slices on here, because I didn't quite get the heat that I was wanting. Alright, let's try this. And there's the heat. Definitely putting them on the burger is the only way to get the heat that I was looking for. Putting them in the peppers didn't, putting them in the bacon and the onions didn't do it. So, conclusion. Bacon and onions separate from peppers. Add peppers at the end. Alright folks, there you have it. Another Scott Ferguson. Things like that. Cooking with Fergy. Alright y'all, summertime hamburgers. We should have left the cameras running. Take care. After we finished eating. We've determined that this is bacon candy. It's good. I mean, you can just eat it just like it is. I'm telling you, if you go ahead and try to make this, make about 4 times as much as I just made. Because I wanted some of this left over for later, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to let it sit around. All right, y'all, take care.